This is ANN News Brief.
The Portuguese authorities say they have granted the Angolan government's request to freeze overseas accounts of former president's daughter, Isabel dos Santos. This is the latest leg in a resolve by Angola to bring the 46-year-old billionaire daughter of José dos Santos to account for alleged corruption and embezzlement of public funds. Isabel was head of the country's oil firm, Sanangol, a post she was allegedly handed by her father. President Lourenço fired her months after taking office in 2017. President João Lourenço had said his reformist government was working to recover funds stolen from public coffers and stashed abroad. Dos Santos' local accounts have been frozen by a court late last year before an expose into corruption files linked to her wealth was released last month. She has denied the reports. There are concerns over locust swarms invasion in Ethiopia, Somalia and Kenya, causing unprecedented threat to food security and livelihoods in the Horn of Africa. Locust swarms are reported to have spread to 14 counties. Somalia is the first country in the region to declare a state of emergency over the infestation. As of now, the upsurge is contained to 3 countries, Ethiopia, Kenya and Somalia. But it is the worst locust situation Somalia and Ethiopia have seen in 25 years and 70 years for Kenya. Experts warned of a high risk of further deterioration.
And there is also a link between climate change and the unprecedented locust crisis plaguing Ethiopia and East Africa. And it's essential that the developed world strongly supports Africa in adaptation, in building resilience, and in the financial requirements that Africa needs to face climate change.
There is reported locust activity in the broader Red Sea area as well as in Southwest Asia. Along both sides of the Red Sea, swarms are nearing the Sudan-Egypt border, the Sudan-Eritrea border, and the coast of Yemen. Several swarms also recently arrived on the eastern coast of Oman and moved south to Yemen. In Southwest Asia, residual adult groups and swarms are present along both sides of the Indo-Pakistan border. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
South Africa's national airline carrier, South African Airways, is struggling with many challenges, including debt repayment. At the beginning of February, it announced that retrenchments were unavoidable. Many flights have been cancelled or expected to be cancelled at the end of this month. Analysts say the airline has nothing to do but to restructure to find a way to survive.
The difficulty is that when you've got an ailing airline with challenges in terms of meeting some of the short-term targets, with huge pressure in terms of debt repayments, tough decisions have to be made. The consequences of that is obviously that SAA will not need all of the staff that they currently have because they have less routes and obviously less need for different staff in this environment.
That is the ANN News Brief at 4. Join us again at 5 for our full newscast. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Ademi.